respect as a man or as a provider as he might get from somebody else. And this is one of the things that a lot of men got to understand, that when you date a woman who's been financially secure or has been a child star or on a certain level that you are, that's not going to come with a lot of respect that you would want, all right? Because that woman doesn't need you. I mean, the same thing that we would look at, we talk about like Keke Palmer and Darius Jackson, Sky Jackson, and the dude that she's dealing with, Yerky. I know that's an extreme, but you know, a woman that already has her stuff together obviously is not going to be willing to concede or even care about your life. And Kevin Samuels could have called that the modern woman. And again, I don't really know Holly Bailey's situation, but she could have very well been going into this relationship and been very okay with just getting a baby and not being somebody's wife, you know, or being submissive to a man and all of that. And a lot of black men got to understand it, you know. If you get with somebody very successful, it's a really great chance that that woman has used a lot of masculinity or have adopted a lot of that masculinity to be successful, especially in something as competitive as Hollywood or in business or in finance. And yes, she don't need your money, and she may be very beautiful, but in a relationship, you may have to do a lot more sacrificing to stay with her, because in many cases, her ego is probably as big as yours, if not more, and her ideologies might be as masculine as yours, or even more, because a lot of these women like Chloe Bailey and Holly Bailey, they've been the breadwinners in their families for years. So when it comes to, you know, submitting to a man like you, who are you? Like, you're nobody. You can go. And in the reality of this, he did go. Now she's getting them cheeks slapped by Brent Fires, and it's like, this ain't your son, this is my son. And a lot of you black men, you know, you understand situations like that where it's not your son, it's her son, okay? You might be the daddy, but that doesn't supersede anything, because once the baby is with me, who cares what you want? No, he can't come out of the country with your ass, but he can definitely go with me and my side dude, because why? It's all about me. And then look, it can even get worse. If you decide that you want to have a relationship, let's say for example, Brent Fires and her, it don't work out, and you get a new relationship with somebody that's successful, she will also say, I don't want my kid around that chick, I don't know her like that. Meanwhile, the dude that she with, new guy, is smoking weed and smoking coke and all kind of other stuff out there in front of your child, and it's okay. So you gotta watch yourself, man. Be very careful who you shooting the club up with. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again. This episode, let's have a jump. Here's for all of you, just heard the bell, we're out.
Most people are too lazy to do this, but it saves homeowners.
Now, where have I heard that before? I am Lord.
Good wienering will have you praying for a man. I'm not even religious, and sometimes if it hits that good, I'm sitting there in bed going, dear Lord, make sure he gets home safe. Every inch of him gets home safe. If you get what I'm saying. It's your uterus, it's your heart. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you.
Didn't need to know that.
Bro, there's no way that's a real thing.
We are slaving away over here.
Oh my God, you got it.
Wait, bro. Oh, man.
Damn, that shit's embarrassing for me.
You guys believe this? A man will sacrifice his happiness for his family, and a woman will sacrifice her family for her happiness.
I don't believe that.
I believe it.
Because you guys are the men.
No, because it happened to me in real life.
Yeah, I believe that, and that happens a lot. I think it's listen. This is hard for you to accept it because I don't think I think you would be different.
No, yeah, you're good. But my mom left when I was like,
Guys, don't simp for these chicks. In this day and age, if you're getting with them right now, you're screwed. Let's be real with each other.
I'll make all the rod, okay? Oh, man. I didn't know how to grab this. Oh, no, we lost it.
Safe to say those kids will never forget that moment for the rest of their lives.
People think, oh, these kids are so burned out, they're just lazy. It's like, no, they're working 40 hours a week, but at the end of the month, they have nothing to show for it. So if you're not making any progress and you look back 5 years and go, damn, I made $300,000 in the last 5 years, or I made $400,000 in the last 5 years, and I have nothing. If anything, I have $25,000 in debt. That's going to create burnout because you feel like you just put in 5 years of work and have nothing to show for it. And we still have people blaming them that, well, the reason you're broke is because of the coffee. It's like, no, it's the 25% inflation that we've faced that just destroyed people's spending power. It's the 30% increase in rent prices where people are spending 40% of their money on rent. You're still being taxed 20, 25, 30%. People just don't have any money. People aren't having kids. They're not being able to start families. People are struggling financially, fighting financially. Relationships are suffering. This is all decline in living standards. You realize millennials with degrees are living with roommates into their 30s, not having kids? How do you have a Thanksgiving in a 900 square foot apartment? How do you have a dog and go play in the backyard and make memories with your kids?
Guys, we're in a bit of a sad state. Even I feel this one pretty bad. I'm always looking for solutions. I haven't been able to figure out the solution to this one, to be completely honest. And, well, it ties to the housing market for me. If I can't afford properties or the mortgage is twice as much as the rent, it really takes the wind out of my sail, to say the least. Y'all got any solutions in the works? What do you guys think?
Remind me again who you guys met. Well, it was 2022, and I sent him a little rose on Hinge. But he did not message me back for 3 months.
I was avoiding her because I didn't really use Hinge at the time. I was on Tinder sending many pictures of my genitalia to other women, and eventually I was banned.
But then I found him on Instagram, and I sent him a message. And I said, WID.
Which back then meant what you doing.
Yeah, safe to say these campfires are gonna have some shitty stories pretty soon, no doubt about it.
It's crazy how a healed person will never listen with their ears. They'll just listen by their triggers. And anything and everything you try to communicate to them is filtered by old wounds and trauma. And instead of them listening to the truth, they'll react by the pain that still controls them. Good morning.
Damn, that is so true. I could not have said it better myself.
I just mounted this TV and I had trouble finding the stunts. And now I know why, because what I actually found was this pocket door.
Anything you say with the words I am, your subconscious will then take that as a command. A lot of people think when they're describing the present, they're well, I'm sick, you know. But the fact is, you're prescribing the future by describing the present as it is. And most people never get that. So this is why the people that live the most effective lives are always acting as if they're in the future and the future's perfect. The only beliefs that make any sense are the beliefs that will take you from where you are to where you want to go. So what are the beliefs that successful people believe? You know, look at Oprah Winfrey, born into poverty, you know, sexually abused as a child, but she believed that she could get to where she wanted to go. Everything is a binary choice. You're either believing something that takes you where you want to go or something that takes you away from where you want to go. You're choosing love or you're choosing the opposite, which is fear. It's like it's a computer code, 0 or 1. Which do you want to choose? Now you have to become conscious because most people around you are unconscious and they're just agreeing with everything that's negative. That's why you want to hang out with positive people.
Right.
But if you read books like this, if you go to seminars and you meditate and you listen to podcasts, surround yourself with positive energy, pretty soon you get engulfed in this positive thinking, and then all of a sudden your life transforms.
Damn right.
That's the absolute truth, fellas. All the power is within you. If you can take control of your emotions
I
and your
have
thinking,
the power!
think forward and take action, everything is possible. I promise you.
The real reason you feel so stiff in the morning,
If you're over 50,
Because I got good blood flow, that's why I'm stiff.
Forward and take action, everything is possible. I promise you.
So my dog just came to me because I do the iPhone tips and tricks, and he said somebody called him with a no call ID. They blocked it where he can't see it. So he wanted to know if I have any tricks for this right here. So of course I do. Copy. There you go. Yeah, thank me later.
You have to let people experience the consequences of disrespecting you. You're disrespecting yourself by staying.
What would you rate this person on a scale from 1 to 10?
Like a 4. I'm not into that kind of guy. That's like a 4.
A 4?
Yeah. Like a 6.
6?
Yeah.
What makes him a 6 out of 10?
He looks too like manly.
On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rate this person?
Like an 8.
What do you like about him?
He's blonde-ish, and I like his muscles. But
Nice.
I don't like his t-shirt.
That's absolutely unreal. These chicks are twisted, but on a bright side, it looks like we got a chance, y'all. Let's go.
Which short guy or poor tall guy?
Short guy. I realize money is all okay. Yeah, rich short guy. Rich short guy.
Rich short guy?
Rich short guy. 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 Short guy.
Foreign TV, one of the knobs, like a dirty money, super boss,
hey, just a little reminder that you are amazing. Today is full of possibilities, so go shine your light. Mwah. Have a good day.
Yeah, John Ron, the nice water skip. Wow. Right under the green, and look at her curve. No way. Have you ever seen anything like this, John? No fucking way. Shit, don't do it to me. Don't do it! Oh my god! Is there anything on earth that John Ron cannot do? And to think, I tried to get him to stop doing cocaine last night at the tiki bar. No, he has earned it. In fact, tonight, this one's on me. Good golly.
Y'all have to think about this. Cinderella removed one shoe and found love. You're walking around here with half your ass and you're still single.
Alright, y'all, let's see what I got for you today. It's an interesting time we're in. The government's really put the world in an interesting position, or at least our country, I should say. And, well, everything seems to be unaffordable, and it's quite annoying, to be honest. Right now, the IRS is up my behind to pay them a whole bunch of taxes, and, well, if I can't really, if healthcare is so unaffordable, I'd be better off buying a G-Wagon. And I never go to the hospital anyways. And we can't afford the down payment on houses, and the mortgage is twice as much as the rent, all these other things. I just feel like I don't want to pay them. They're super fucking annoying, and the amount that I have to pay is probably equivalent to most people's entire salary. It's like 6 figures damn near. If not, I have to double check right now. Just the cost for me to comply with taxes is thousands of dollars a year. To have a bookkeeper and a tax person go through all the shit and make sure you didn't miss anything and stuff. And, well, guys, I'm with you. Shit's way too expensive. Rent's gone through the roof. My rent alone is up. Sorry, I'm on the yard. These guys are fucking working, but sometimes I want to talk to y'all when I'm on the yard. Well, ultimately, my rent's gone up $900 in the last 4 years, and that's equivalent of probably, I don't know off the top of my head, probably damn near 12 grand, right? $9,000 for the first 10 months, $1,800 on top of that. Fucking, this is like $10,800 or something in additional costs I have to come up with every year just for this dumbass landlord. Well, if you have a house, they'll raise your fucking taxes, they'll raise your insurance, they'll raise everything. Your car insurance has gone up $50 a month. It's $600 more a year now. It's like, this should never quit over here.
No complaining. It is what it is.
Anyone suffering from swollen feet needs to know about this 7-second fluid release method. Did you know studies show that swollen legs and feet...
So a few guys have been in my DMs asking me to do a update of this video because it looks like Corey got some revenge on his wife after she cheated on him with rapper A Boogie.
So Corey really just stamped it. This man posted his divorce papers like a trophy, talking about bittersweet, but it's amazing. I'll be divorced in a few business days. So a few days ago, he hit up the courthouse claiming Carmen wasn't signing the papers. Now I had to look this up, and y'all can too. But basically, yes, you can still get divorced even if the other person refuses to sign. That's called a default divorce, where the court moves forward if the other party doesn't respond or show up after being properly served. Now here's where it gets messy. Corey out here taking a whole photo shoot with his papers, and in the background, the word ICE is staring us dead in the face.
I'd be free from this shit. That just shows, so people can't say I wasn't, people can't say he just doing the most. It shows y'all. I tried this shit. The first time I did it was in June. I went June 2004. I came back August 2004. Then I came back November 2004 trying to do this shit. Hey, come on, man. So I'm done. All I'm saying is this: I ain't trying I'm not trying to be on here trolling her. I'm not doing none of that. I'm being real nice. But it's like, how you think I feel as a man when a person trolling on the internet, constantly talking about me, you know what I'm saying, and playing games and like doing the most for the internet, but it's like in reality you ignoring the main thing. Like y'all on the internet, y'all making it seem like I'm trying to talk about this person. I be seeing people reacting and stuff, it just be so sad to me. People ain't got common sense. It's like, you just talk about her. How can I not talk about her when I'm the one I'm trying to get a divorce? You playing games and you keeping me having to speak about you. I won't have to speak about you if we can just get a divorce. I can move on my life, go on with your life. It's just that simple. I said, I hope all is well. How are my kids? I hope you're doing well also. They are good. I want to let you see them. I said, okay, once I'm situated, okay, I'll let you know once I'm situated. Because I didn't trust them with y'all. That whole other side, that whole live, all of them, I don't be knowing what they got going on. I don't trust them. Like, I don't trust them. Like, I be feeling like it's something behind it. All of a sudden, you want to let me see my kids. Now, I've been big with this shit for the longest. I trumped the game and all that, and all of a sudden, you know, so it's like, okay, well, we'll do that. I want to go to the court. I don't want to beat up with you. I don't want to do that. I want to go to the court. Let's get a divorce. You know what I'm saying? And then I get my rights to have my kids. You get to have the right to have them and everything. Like, we cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to kick it with you. I ain't trying to be friends. I ain't trying to do none of that. I just want to see my kids and get a divorce. This is real simple. Y'all people think I'm tripping. I mean, I be looking. I be like, damn. So I'm wrong because I just want a divorce. I don't get it. I'm moving with common sense. But y'all so invested into negativity and stuff. Y'all be wanting to see the drama too.
Fellas, what y'all could learn from this is simple. It don't pay to be a sucker for love. You can't pay a woman to love you. You can't buy love. She gotta naturally want you. This is a man who thought giving a woman everything would keep her. Wrong. Imagine this, bro. He is the reason why she's in the States today. He gave this woman everything, bro. And then she played him when she got comfortable. When she thought she was safe to move around and do her thing, she trucked this man like a bad habit. Look, matter of fact, I did a breakdown on this in case y'all don't know the backstory.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you joining us at our next investor.
I did a breakdown on this in case y'all don't know the backstory.
how do you deal with people coming for you every time the boys and stuff? It's annoying. Like, I check my DM versus his DM. His DM is nothing but clean. Like, oh yeah, bro, I'm fucking you or this and that. My DM is really full of doing dumbass,
I'm gonna say how I wanna say it's full of black females and being bad. Straight up, I don't get how they take it. Full of black females. Every time I talk about black female come swarm your DM on some hate ass shit. That's my kind, so you gotta get used to that.
yeah, like no, for real. It's really annoying because
Fellas, don't matter how hard you try, don't matter how much money you spend, you can't save a bird. Now, this guy right here, this is the guy who paved the road for guys like Travis Hunter, for guys like Devin Haney. He was the guy who pioneered those dudes' actions.
Who fell in love first?
Matter of fact, those dudes could just look at his situation and learn the outcome of wifing a bird. Now, apparently, he got with this chick, married her, and from what he claims, she was just trying to get her papers.
Tell her that she and her real mom died. She's seafood here in the States. I would never forget this. It was the internet, I don't know. I remember sitting on the bed and hearing all this shit. It was like the unbelievable, craziest story ever. Like it's like smile blowing shit. Like, just walk with head up. Imagine your mom telling you, I'm not your real mom. The real mom, she died. I'm your auntie. And we came across here, so I'm young at the time. I don't know shit. I don't know immigration, no, none of that. I don't know nothing about that. I'm in love. You know what I'm saying? And I know I got a vision. That's all that matters. So I'm like, well, I got to do. I'll marry you. Like, you got to marry the paper. I don't know nothing about this shit. I'm just like, what we got to do? So that's how I end up getting married. Yeah, the hip hop. Like, I married because I love them. Yeah. But really because I want to help them. Like, because my dream is to go check on the real and do all of this. Like, I can't live with you. You know, this is.
And it's like I always tell you dudes, bro, when it comes to a bird main objective is to find a goofy, find a lame, use him, power up, and return back to the streets. And that's exactly...
Guess what, bitch? I'll buy it.
Yeah, this is how it usually goes when a bird gets with a sucker, right? After she's done using him for everything that she can. I mean, she got 2 kids by him, child support gonna be set, and plus she got her papers, right? When that happens, it's time for a bird to stop pretending. She can't pretend with you anymore because it's like, okay, I can't really get nothing more out of him. I mean, it's time to return back to the streets, and that's how it goes, fellas. After these women get what they want from a sucker, they return right back to the streets. And look, the sad thing about this whole situation is, after she cheated, instead of him walking away like a man, he stayed like a sucker. And it got to the point where she had to leave him.
It's like, is you ready to move on? You know what I'm saying? You ready to move like forward? You sure that this is what you want to continue to have?
I actually don't think so. Only because I feel like I'm starting to see things differently. Like I'm starting to experience like different feelings. And I feel like I just feel like I just had to give you like way more than I should have. Like I feel like I gave you more than my all. And I feel like that's just...
What the fuck mean you been giving way more than you should have?
I have.
How you been giving way more than you should have?
You just asked me, you just told me I'm not myself. I lost myself. So yes, I lost myself by giving you more than I should have.
Hey yo, this respect is crazy. And fellas, whenever a woman is done using you and ready to return back to the streets. She's done playing nice with you. That's when she's gonna stop bitching. That's when she's gonna be honest with you. That's when your joke's not gonna be that funny anymore. And she's gonna be very blunt and stern with you and tell you like it is. No more pretending, alright? And best believe, his girl, his wife, she hit the streets and she went crazy.
I love how every single side hustle expert says the same damn thing. Start a YouTube channel.
And she went crazy.
Crazy. So right. Why you going all the way for me? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hi. I got good taste? I got good taste? Hold on. Wait, I got good taste.
I think that was an understatement what you said.
You making her nervous. No, you know what? You can actually give me butterflies. Not just like, I'm really feeling my butterflies. I haven't had somebody say next to me like oh, no, stay with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Stop playing with it. Are you nervous? I never see you nervous. Okay, bye. Right, yeah.
Try to slam.
Always remember, one man's 2-year relationship is another man's one-night stand. Play it safe, fellas.
So, as you guys can clearly see, his wife found her happiness. She's back in her natural habitat, the streets. That's where birds are happy. And I'm just being honest. And looks like homie had his fun and moved around. Because fellas, that's how you're supposed to treat a bird. You're not supposed to wife them. Birds don't want to be wifed. But from time to time, they don't mind settling down with a sucker when they want to build their energy back up. I'm just being honest, but that's usually how it goes. Once a bird leave the streets and get with a sucker who's trying to save her, she is powering up, bro. That's all she's doing. So after this homie had his fun and moved around, looks like shorty got tired and she found a rapper who was willing to save her.
You can tell me it ain't true, bitches know it. We got match and roll. I'm on someone that you know. Baby, I've been bad on you. You didn't even know me. Let's go on a dinner date.
One, where did y'all meet and what was y'all's first impression of each other?
The first time we met was at I had a bowling event in Atlanta.
Okay.
A bowling event. I was there and he did like a little walk. And that was our first time ever seeing each other in person. Mm-hmm. And we just looked at each other and my first impression, we were just like, oh, he fine.
Oh, that's sweet.
He fine.
I never met at bowling alley, but you know, I went for the comp that night. But she went for the comp that night either though.
Her event? It was her event.
It was an event that was going with a lot of people. But she was just there.
Tired.
But I know what this is, but it's like,
You trying to be cool.
I'm lazy, I'm a thug, you feel me? So I come through, I see him, you know, look back, we look at each other for how long?
30 seconds.
Like 30 seconds.
Slow-mo type
We didn't say nothing, like we ain't never deal with each other after that, we ain't do nothing, but you know, this is my
Y'all
son.
hear it. I love that.
Now look, the lifestyle of a rapper is conducive for a bird. So it works. Birds love to travel. Rappers are always moving around, doing shows, drinking, popping bottles. A bird is always going to love a lifestyle like that because birds just want to have fun. That's the thing about a bird. A bird wants to have fun 24/7, and at no point in her life does she want to be disciplined. And that's what separates a woman from a bird. Because women have discipline, birds don't. bird. A bird will always bring drama into your life. A lot of times, bro, if you get with a woman and she still have an annoying ex lingering around, best believe she probably done something to hurt that dude. And it's wise to leave her alone. Let that be a sign to leave her alone.
You know what I'm saying? Girl say he ain't got no issues with you, but what's going on with that? I mean, which one? I mean, there's a lot of them.
Did you make a diss on him? No. Alright,
Okay.
we're gonna get it out of the way.
For one, don't know homie. Never seen him day in my life.
Never seen him?
Never seen him day in my life.
Okay,
Don't know him. Don't know him. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the type of person to respond. I'm not dead. Like, I got a bad temper, bro. Just leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a grown man, G. I don't get played with. Like, yeah, whatever was going on, how you get your bread, whatever. I ain't the one. Like, that ain't me.
You see how fast a bird can put two men against each other. A simp thinks with his emotions. So a simp will never take a step back and assess the situation. A simp will always think with his heart. And Shorty obviously played her ex-boyfriend or her ex-husband. He is still hurt from that pain.
They don't believe how toxic this is. If you're still using a plastic or wooden cutting board, you need to hear this. Every time you slice your food on a plastic board,
This is crazy. Donald Trump is giving white South Africans, I don't even like saying white Africans because there's no such thing as white African, by the way. Genetically, there isn't. It's just Dutch people that overstate their welcome. The fact that you guys call yourself African is just so divisive and evil. You already took a bunch of land, diamonds, you took that, and then you take their ethnicity too. Like, I'm gonna be African too, you know? Geez, Africans can have. I've even been confronted by white Africans who say that they're more African than I am because I was born in America. I'm African than you. I said, no, you're not. You don't even like black South Africans. So you're not more African than me because genetically it would disprove all that bull. But he's giving South Africans asylum in America. I think these white South Africans, they're like, it's about 8,000 of them coming to America because of racism. They said because of racism. I'm like, from whom? Whom? Your own people? I don't know. Were you looking in the mirror and calling yourself a name? I don't know. Because it's definitely like not black South Africans. Racism? Sorry for the interruption, everybody. Guess what? I'm shooting my hour special at the Apollo, the legendary Apollo in Harlem. Let's go, people. Yo, tickets are on sale right now. June 12th, 9 p.m. June 12th, 9 p.m. You heard it right. I know you guys are like, it's about god dang time, Godfrey. Yes, the Apollo. June 12th, my hour special. Get tickets now. It's in the link in my bio. Let's go! Some of you Europeans, you are so full of that you come up with. Racism that you've been doing for centuries to Africans, and you're leaving because what? People are tired of your bull. People are tired of this apartheid mentality that you took that doesn't belong to you. I mean, you have a town in South Africa called Orania that doesn't allow black people in. How dare you? So you're coming to bring your apartheid bull, which is probably funded by Mr. Elon Musk. It's racist. They have to come to America for freedom. This is what you're doing? Are we in a multiverse, guys? You got to be kidding me. Reverse racism doesn't exist. I'm sorry. Racism is about power. It's about power. It's about looking at people that you don't like,
and keeping things away from them, like education, you know, their neighborhoods being up, not letting them progress. That's what the racism is. It's not about describing people. If you say black this, white this, that's not racism. Racism is when you look at a particular group of people and you go, I don't like these people. I don't want them in my neighborhood. So we're going to take all their benefits from them. That's what the racism is. Maybe this is what it is. The white population is freaking out because America is getting back to its original color again, brown. So now they're starting to move the goalposts. Oh yeah, it's like when they made Italians white, right? They made Irish white when they came to America so they could, you know, they could increase the white population. So you're gonna bring these people who don't even like black South Africans, South Africans living in shanty towns, while the whites in South Africa are the richest and the wealthiest. All I know is, you white South Africans that are coming to America, I just want to let you know that apartheid ain't gonna work in America. It ain't gonna work in America, because guess what? Black Americans, they're a different type of black. And I'm not taking anything from my South African black brothers, but black Americans are different, man. And they are tired of the bull. Just like all the Africans are tired, but it's different this time. See some footage if you think you're gonna bring that apartheid bull to America, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not mad at anybody that wants a better life. You want a better life because you're escaping trauma, but the fact that a bunch of white people are saying they're escaping racism, Africans, let you live in the continent. We don't have the same intentions as you. Remember that. We're not like that. You should be happy black folks aren't taking your heads off for all the history that you have, and it's horrible. You understand? Leaving from racism.
Something invisible keeps you stuck in the same place. Like there's a hidden, silent force making decisions for you, even when you're striving with all your might to move forward. What if I told you that force isn't outside of you, but inside? And that it responds directly to the words you use every day. Not just the words you speak aloud, but the ones you whisper in your mind when no one's looking. We live in a universe where everything vibrates. Light, sound, thought, emotion. And at the heart of it all is the Word. The Bible begins with a profound revelation. In the beginning was the Word. Behind this phrase lies a forgotten truth. Everything that exists began with a word, spoken, felt, visualized. But not everyone understands the true power this represents. Most people use words as mere communication tools, but I want you to see the word as the brush of creation. Every phrase you form, with feeling shapes, however invisibly, the reality around you. When you say, "My life is hard," you're unknowingly signing a contract with the universe for it to remain so. But when you say, "Everything is working in my favor," you open a vibrational pathway for hidden forces to begin acting in your benefit. Right now, as you listen to these words, your vibrational field is reacting. Your imagination is beginning to move. This is more than a speech. It's a call for you to reclaim your power of creation, to realize that every word you utter especially those charged with emotion and belief, are like sacred commands sent to the universe. Today, I want to guide you on a journey where we'll understand how certain words don't just express thoughts, but generate vibrations so powerful they can heal, attract, transform, and even manifest the impossible. We're not talking about magic, but the law of life. You reap what you vibrate, and the deepest vibration you emit begins with the words you choose every day. So, if you're ready to shift the frequency of your existence and discover which words carry this miraculous power, take a deep breath, silence the outside world, and come with me. It all begins in the invisible silence of consciousness. Even before a word is spoken, there's an inner impulse, a feeling, an intention, a state of being. This is where the creative word is born. And from this point, the word becomes not just a sound, but a vibrational seed, carrying the essence of your inner world. Most people don't realize what they're doing when they repeat phrases like, "This never works out for me," or "I'm unlucky." These seemingly harmless words are imbued with conviction and emotion, and therefore become decrees. And the universe, which is incredibly faithful to the vibration you emit, responds precisely to what you hold with feeling. Everything that exists is vibration, and the word is how you encode that vibration. Think of it as if each phrase you repeat with faith is a subtle command sent to the invisible field where reality is shaped. And this field doesn't distinguish between what is true or false, and positive or negative. It simply responds to the energy with which you speak. Therefore, the word becomes sacred, not because of its form, but because of its frequency. Every time you do something with emotion, you are literally sowing a future, and that future begins to form in the invisible until it becomes inevitable. Consider a simple example. Imagine a woman who, every morning when she wakes up, looks at herself in the mirror and says, "I'm ugly, I'm aging badly, no one desires me anymore."